coaster maniacs out there, and welcome to another coaster review. Of course, my laptop is not on the counter, it is on the floor, as I just like to have it on the floor nowadays. Anyway, welcome to another ride review. So, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is a launch Premier Rides launch steel roller coaster at Six Flags Over Texas, located in Arlington, Texas, and it is one of two clones out there. The other one being over at Six Flags St. Louis, but the version I am going to be talking about is over Texas. So before we get started with this review, if you like what you see here, like review wise, vlog wise, and stuff, yeah, so review wise, vlog wise, and stuff like that, be sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do a lot of content coming out from Six Flags Over Texas, and if you are interested, be sure you subscribe so you won't miss out on any of the latest videos coming soon to the channel. So, starting off with Mr. Freeze, it had opened. Well, let's talk about the history of its opening. So, basically, it was originally supposed to come out in 1997, back whenever its highly anticipated movie, which pretty much bombed in the box office, Batman and Robin, in case y'all don't know. So, based off of the movie's release, Six Flags had decided to come out with a few different roller coasters, which is three different coasters at three different parks. Over Texas being one of them, and Six Flags St. Louis, but Great Adventures was much different. Yeah, so they came out with those coasters, and that is how Mr. Freeze came to be. But it didn't really open on that particular year. So really the real reason why it didn't open in 1987 is it went through a lot of big technical difficulties with, I believe, with the launch system, I would have to believe, or something technical wise and stuff like that. So they had to delay the opening until 1998. 1998, that's when it first opened. So yeah, so back in its own history, the ride used to have old over the shoulder restraints, which is pretty uncomfortable, however, that the ride had suffered big headbanging with the over the shoulder restraints and everything else. It really wasn't comfortable enough. But many years later, they removed the over the shoulder restraints and put in lap bars, which made it a much comfortable ride experience to this day. So, anyway, starting off with this ride experience, wherever side you go on, whether if it's backwards or forwards, wherever I'm putting my hand out, wherever, I don't know. So anyway, wherever side you go on, whether if it's backwards or forwards, you get you move onto the launch track, and then you launch out of the station from 0 to 70 miles per hour in less than 2 to 3 seconds. And then after your launch portion is done, you go over an inverted top hat, which gives you some pretty good hang time. Really good G's on that stuff. It's pretty wicked. And then after you get through with your top hat, you go over your overbank turn, and then that is where you hit that spike. Now for the spike, whether if you're facing forwards, you're facing top of the sky, but if you're going reverse, you're facing down. So yeah, you go up to the spike, and then you do it all over again. And this time going back over into the station and stuff like that. So yeah, you go through the overbank turn, and then you go back through the inverted top hat again. Pretty good at hang time and stuff like that. And then your ride unfortunately comes to an end. So that's pretty much basic of a roller coaster there. So, of course, from my ride experience, my history with the ride, I think I might have started riding it probably back in 2015, I would say. Either 2014, 2015. It has been a long time. Yeah. So, yeah. So, to this day, Freeze still rocks and roll to this day, y'all. This coaster is literally the coolest coaster on the planet. So, basically, yeah. So, basically, yeah, going into the queue stuff, that this coaster has some really immersive queue there. Yeah, basically you're going through Freeze's ice cream layer called Snowy's Cones, which is an abandoned ice cream shop. Well, abandoned ice cream factory. Yeah, of course. So you go through his abandoned ice cream factory, which is basically his lair. Then you're surrounded with a lot of immersive theming, where all graffitis and all of the ice cream makers are all around you and stuff like that. It's pretty insane. Yeah, and it is a pretty long queue. So, yeah, give you some good time to look around the theming area and everything else. And of course, the temperature of the whole building is, of course, it could get a bit freezing. But throughout my past times, it really hasn't been that much freezing. But, however, based off of the updates that Six Flags have been doing, they have brought back the cooler temperatures again. So yeah, if you're going to Six Flags for a hot summer day, yeah, a very hot and scorching summer day, that queue would actually take to your advantage to get you some cool air conditioning. So yeah, and then whenever you enter the station, yeah, they have a freeze animatronic, like like you're at the launch tunnel. You're facing that way. On my on that side, there up top where the operator, that is where the freeze animatronic is all at. So yeah, whether if it's there or there, I don't know. Yeah, depending on where I'm directing it and stuff like that. So yeah, the theming is amazing and stuff like that. The cars are pretty good. Yeah, that is basically your standardized Premier rides, launch coaster trains. Yeah, the same ones in particular for what they got at Six Flags Fiesta Texas for Poltergeist, and the other ones in particular over at Six Flags St. Louis. And the former chiller at Great Adventure, which we actually got in the trains from. So they are, of course, operating one side with the chiller trains, which is actually some pretty good use for it, by the way. So anyway, yeah, that's basically your station theming and queue stuff. Oh, and they also play music through there, which is also a plus. So yeah, really, not that much to say about Mr. Freeze. Yeah, this is basically the shortest review yet that I ever had to talk about. But yeah, anyway, that is, yeah. So, final thoughts. I love this coaster to this day, and it is truly an icon out at Six Flags Over Texas, one of the biggest rides at the park. Still standing to this day, such an iconic ride in Gotham City. So for Mr. Freeze's final score, I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. Such a fun and adrenaline ride. So, yeah, such a fantastic ride for you to enjoy if you're a fan of DC and everything else. So, anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, this is basically one review that is so easily for me to get through and stuff like that. So, yeah, anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. So anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. Look forward for more videos coming soon to my channel. And be sure you don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And y'all know what to do. keep it thrilling.